Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this channel. Hope you're doing good. In the heart of Alexandra Magistrate's Court, all eyes turned to one man, Vusimuzi Matlala, a flashy criminal mastermind well known in certain elite circles, but now a central figure in one of South Africa's most shocking attempted murder and conspiracy cases. On the 2nd of September 2025, his bail application became more than just a legal matter. It became a spectacle of wealth, crime, politics, and survival. Matlala isn't just any accused. He's a man with multi-million rand properties, fleets of luxury cars, international connections, and even private jet. But behind that glittering surface, prosecutors painted a darker picture, a man entangled in violence, fraud, and underground dealings. The state came armed with evidence and a determination to keep him behind bars. Prosecutors argued firmly granting Matlala bail would be reckless, and this is why. They argued that Vusimuzi Matlala had traveled abroad at least 7 times with a private jet at his disposal, so escape could be very easy for him. They pointed to allegations that he tampered with documents, used fraudulent invoices, and even carried a fake Swazi ID. To them, this was proof of someone who bent systems to his will. They also pointed out that attempted murder, conspiracy, and money laundering are not minor allegations, but crimes that shake public trust and could carry lengthy jail terms. To the state, Matlala wasn't just another accused man. He was a danger to witnesses, to justice, and to society at large. But his advocate, Lawrence Hodge, pushed back with equal firepower. Firstly, they painted Matlala as a family man, a businessman, and not a gangster. A man with 9 children, responsibilities, and roots too deep to simply vanish. Secondly, they highlighted his health struggles, asthma, and chronic tonsillitis. They argued that prison conditions would worsen his illnesses and even kill him. Thirdly, they attacked the strength of the case itself. They said there's no direct evidence linking Matlala to the crime. Matlala learned about the shooting through media just like everybody else. And he did not plan it, he did not conspire, and he had absolutely nothing to gain from that crime. Finally, they offered practical solutions. Matlala must surrender his passport, agreement not to apply for new traveling documents, and a bail deposit of 100,000 or even more if required. Their message was clear: Matlala is not running anywhere. And then came the personal touch. Through his affidavit, Matlala insisted, "I am not a violent person, I'm being framed." He portrayed himself as the victim of a system eager to make him a scapegoat, a businessman dragged into political and criminal storm he never created.
In dancer. 120. I'm not a violent person, and the offenses for which I was convicted do not involve any degree of violence or a threat implicit to others. As a South African citizen and a businessman who is easily traceable, as is evident from how easily my arrest was carried out. There is therefore no past history which would negatively impact upon my future conduct. There is every indication that I will attend court and stand my trial whenever I'm required so to do. By this honorable court, I expressly undertake to do so. 121. I am prepared to surrender my passport and not apply for any alternative traveling documents until this matter is finalized. Even though I contend that I'm not a flight risk, however, out of abundance of caution, I still would like to extend some assurances and comfort that I will attend court and stand my trial by surrendering my passport. Just favor my release on bail. The refusal of bail can only prejudice me and creates no benefit to the state. 149. In the premises, I respectfully submit that they have discharged the evidentiary burden of proof that I'm saddled with to prove on the balance of probabilities that the exceptional circumstances that in the interest of justice do indeed permit my release on bail. I nevertheless reserve my right to supplement this affidavit should it become necessary to do so during this proceedings. 150. Should this court release me on bail, I can raise the amount of 100,000 rand to post this bail. However, should the Honorable Court find a higher amount to be appropriate, my firm will ensure that same is paid to secure my release on bail.
But the courtroom tension ended not with freedom, nor with jail, but with a delay. Magistrate Data Prince Lou noted the fresh claims, health risks, family responsibilities, financial losses. The state needed time to respond fully, and the verdict, bail postponed to the 8th of September. This bail application reveals more than just one man's fate. It exposes a deeper clash in South Africa's justice system. Wealth versus justice. Can a man's millions, assets, and influence tilt the scale of justice in his favor? Health and security. Should life threatening medical conditions outweigh the seriousness of violent charges? Perception versus reality. Is Matlala a victim of a witch hunt or a powerful man finally facing accountability? The answer may come on the 8th of September when the court delivers its ruling. But one thing is certain, this case is not just about bail, it's about trust in the system. The reach of corruption, the balance between rights and responsibilities in South Africa's fragile justice landscape. For now, Vusimuzi Matlala remains behind bars waiting. His fate hangs in the balance between freedom and the cold walls of a cell. When the gavel falls on the 8th of September, it won't just decide bail, it will decide whether money, influence, and wealth can outweigh the gravity of crime. And South Africans will be waiting. Now, please share your thoughts with us down in the comment section and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And thank you for your support.